Ding dong, ding Liren, neposetor.
Hey, that doesn't even rhyme.
Yeah, but it's good intro anyway.
Not.
Hi everyone, the World Chess Championship continues. Today it was game 3. Let's quickly jump into the game. Nepo was white and little bit surprise already in the beginning. He played move d4. He usually plays e4 or c4, so this was a little surprise already at the start of the game. Ding responded to knight to f6, c4, e6, knight to c3. So Nepomniatchi is inviting Ding to go into Nimzo Indian, but Ding responded with d5, which is so-called Queen's Gambit declined opening. Now Nepo opted for exchange variation by taking the pawn here, and this actually opening was Kasparov's favorite. Bishop g5, c6, e3, and now this nice move h6 to push away this bishop. But here most commonly played move is bishop to e7, just now getting out of the pin. But nowadays h6 is also a very good move. Bishop h4, bishop e7, bishop d3, castling, and here queen to c2 was played by Nepo. Also possible is to play knight g to e2, rook e8, castle, and knight b to d7. And we have plans with pushing b5, a5, b4, and so on. Queen c2, rook to e8, knight g to e2, knight b to d7, castle, and nice move a5 by Ding. And he actually repeats the game he played against Anish Giri last year. Here in this position the most common moves are knight to h5, we take the bishop, queen takes, or here knight to e4 and take the bishop, queen takes, rook a to e1, or we can play knight to f5. But anyway, Ding played a5 and Nepo responded with a3, prophylactic move, so black wouldn't have a4, b5, b4 move. And now classical Queen's Gambit move, knight to h5. We want to exchange this bishop and open a file for the rook. Also, if we play bishop here, then we are in the pin, and this is quite unpleasant for black. So here, now of course white took the bishop, queen takes, and now rook a to e1, and the plan is to go f3, e4, and these two rooks on e on f file would be very nice. Knight to f8, nice maneuver. Knight is hanging, here to c6. Knight c1, opening this file, preparing e4. Knight f6, f3, and here knight went on e6, so white cannot play here because we would take this pawn. Okay, so knight 1 to e2 was played, and actually this was a novelty. In the game between Giri and Ding in Chessable Masters, Giri played queen to f2, c5, bishop b5, rook d8, take the pawn, queen takes, knight d3, knight b6, rook d1, bishop d7, takes, knight d4, and rook to e8. So here little novelty, and now c5. Also b5 was an option, but Dink responded with c5. And here Nepo played the second best move according to computer, which was bishop to b5. But even better would be to play knight to f4. And let's say if we take this knight, ef, queen to f8, and actually these two pawns here are quite strong. Here is very nice line. If instead queen to f8, we take here the rook, which would be actually a mistake because rook takes, and king to f2. The c5 pawn, this one, will fall soon, and actually white would be better. Let's say rook here, and we will take the pawn. So that was that knight f4 line, but Nepo opted for bishop to b5, rook to d8. Nepo took the pawn, queen takes, queen d2, and here d4 was enough for a draw. Knight takes, e takes, queen d4 check, take the queen, rook takes. But Dink played for more. He was more confident today, so he recovered from his emotional problems, as he said that he had. So, and now Nepo made a slight inaccuracy by taking this bishop here. More accurate would be to take, not to take, but to play knight d4 in this position. And he miscalculated. Also, he said in the press conference that here black has nice move to take with the knight and not with the rook, because Nepo's plan was rook takes, and now we can play knight to d4. And actually missed this move because he thought that he can take here, because pawn is defended only one time. But if queen takes, then we have this nice check, king to h1, and actually black is a little bit better here. So after this move, white responded with knight to d4, knight b6, rook d1, knight c4. Now queen is under attack, queen f2, and rook a to c8 was played. Here little bit better was to take this pawn on a3, but nevertheless white has very nice move here now. Not to take this knight here, because this would be very bad for white. We just lost a pawn, but this e4 move is very nice and very annoying. Let's see what happens if we take this pawn. Then actually black would be in huge problem, because after knight takes, queen is attacked, so we have to go, for instance, to e5. But now we can take this knight, and after queen recaptures, white will just take this knight, and as you can see, white is a piece up. So that was very nice variation. Okay, so after e4, black has to take, rook takes, knight b5, takes, rook f to d1, and the d5 pawn will be captured. And actually this is equal. So, but again, a little bit better was to take on a3, rook a to c8 was played. And now nice move by Nepo, knight a4 to chase this queen away. And queen went to e7, rook f to e1, queen f6. Also here we can take this knight, rook takes, b5, knight c3, queen c5, and so on. But Dink opted for queen to f6. Now knight b5. Again, good move. Knight here to c7, knight d4, knight e6, knight b5, knight c7, knight d4, knight e6, and it was a draw. So very nice game. It was Dink was in better shape today. He had a little advantage, but Jan really played a good defensive move. moves, and he was hard to beat. So, but anyway, it's nice to see that Dink recovered and that match, and that he will play better in the upcoming games. So match will be hopefully more interesting, especially if Dinks win next game or a couple of next games. And yeah, but also match is very long. It will last 14 games. And yeah, we all hope for great match, which already is, yes. So thanks for watching, guys, and please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in next video. Bye.